What's up, everyone? Today's video. This is episode 3 or week 3. If you guys have been following along, if SAR bot. What we went over in the last video was going over just the basic framework and talking about due dates and doing a little bit of calculations. And this week, the video is going to be pretty short because I don't have any computer demonstrations that I'm going to have to do for you guys. Just gonna talk about what's over our notebook, and then we will be on our way for week 4. So basically, here's our shopping list that I need to order a bunch of stuff. We have Ep.3 development boards with camera module. We need 7 of those. 1 height sensor for the for depth meteration. We need some jumper wires, unknown amount, so I should probably mark that down. Unknown amount. Heat sensors, we need about 4 or 5 of them. Lithium ion 12-volt batteries that are like the RC batteries, unknown on there. 1 360 cam. 2 motors. And then 1 ESP development board for the processor of the 360 cam. And up here, if I zoom in a little more for you guys, I can kind of show you guys this down here. This is our representation of the ESP32 development board with the camera module. It just goes, the camera module is already put on top of the ESP32 development board, so it's already processing and always working. It's just you have to connect our ESP32 development board to its own transmitter. That's something I forgot to add to the shopping list, so we will add that to our shopping list. 9. So we have wireless receivers, so that amount is unknown because we'll need one for this, a bunch for this, a bunch for this, and that. So we're just transporting a lot of data, so we're going to use a bunch. So we go down here. This is our level 1. So if we show you this, so we have our dive mechanism you've seen here with the motors. We have our cameras on the side, on the front valves. We have heat sensors there. And the 360 cam, if we are looking at it just from the roof here. Or if we go up to level 2, that's right here. You'll see we have our batteries are going to be on level 2. So it's going to be split into 2 parts like this. It's going to be split into 2 parts, up and down. So we have batteries on the top part, and then the components on the bottom part. So up here we have our batteries. I just drew 2 in there. They're going down to level 1 to power all this. Right here you see we have the box still for this. It's just there. We have the 360 cam that's also going to be on this level because that's going to go on the roof. And then right here, you're probably what this is. It's a dock charging station because these are like the RC lithium ion battery packs that we use. So basically with this is we have them all connected to one charger. And this is just going to be at a little hatch that we can open and plug in the bot from that one attachment that will charge the whole bot. And I think that's actually everything we really need to talk about this week. It's going to be a little bit of a short video, but I could probably pull something up on the computer for you guys. If we look at Amazon, so I can give you guys a better imitation of what the camera module looks like. Let me get that set for you guys so I can open that and show you like so I can show you guys how it looks, because they look like you could tell it looks like it's an Ep.3 development board with the module on there. Like you could tell it is. So we go here. Okay, I'm gonna start sharing my screen. So if you guys look, this is my screen right here. We have our Ep.3 development board with the camera module put in. So basically we have where we can connect it to our computer, and then we can program it to be like send it over and all that. how we can do it. Right here, it just explains it. We have for Arduino, we can connect it there. Dual core microprocessor, frequency. You can see there, 4 megabyte flash drive and an 8 megabyte something else. This is compatible with the Arduino. And then from here we have our Wi-Fi Bluetooth chip right there, and then we have our onboard camera. We have our LEDs just to let us know they're working. Onboard code uploader right there at the bottom. Then we have our memory card slot that's going to be on the back right there, you can see. Then we have our pins to power the thing, to run our power through and to send our data. From there, we can look at here, you can kind of see just like its field of view. That's what you kind of see. If like you look at the database, you can kind of see it where you can kind of all change it up and you can see a nice image. Here, if we look, we can have just explaining like a manual that it comes with. Here, that's the box it comes in. That's one singular object. Here, if we just add the 7 that we would need to our cart, I said 7, so if we add that 7 to our cart, we have to take 20 away from this, so we go 146.64 minus 20.99. Sorry guys, like I'm doing the math in the moment, so that's going to be okay, guys. Instead of doing the math, let's just use a calculator. That might be better. Actually, never mind. I can just take this receipt reader out. It's 125 just for those alone. That's just for those alone. And then you also have to think we still have to add our ESP32. Like, you guys have to think we still have to add our ESP32 development board. So right there, add that in. Then from there, we have to get lithium-ion batteries that you'll see we have to get right here. So we're gonna have like these brick batteries, like these. Those are like a bunch also. That's also like great. I don't know if you guys could hear my sarcasm in that, right? But here you can see if we add those, we don't know how many we would need. If we just add 2 in there, that's already almost at 200. And then we still have to add our 360 camera. 360. If I look for a 360 camera module, we can have these. We need 360. Not wide, we want 360. Also, like, we have a 360 cam here. That's a lot, though. We're gonna see if there's something else that we could use that's not that much, because that's a lot of money. Like, this one's a 360 pivoting, and we could probably modify this with an extra motor and have it turn, because it has a ball joint, and just switch out that ball joint and have it just switch. And if we look, we have it like there where you can mount it, and this one actually has a mounter, and then you can just plug it into its box. I guess it comes with the box, and it comes with that box, so we could like use that for our data. And this one we might not even need a processor, because it looks like it already comes with something to use for a processor. I think this one already comes with a processor. Oh, so I guess the stand is not included. I'll look at, see what's not included. 360 swivel rotation camera. Stand's not incorporated. We would have to buy the case. And then we don't need the Raspberry Pi. That's not what I wanted, but we don't need the Raspberry Pi camera. And then if we just have these two, if we had those, that's already like $40 there. And then from there, we have to also get our height sensor, jewel, height sensor module, 12-pin interface. If we look for this real quick, so it's easier for us, we want the height module. We don't need a relay. We need height module. We can add that to our cart later, just we don't need that now. And then we're gonna need some power down, so from 12 volt to 5 volt, come step down. So we need like our step, kind of see where we have to like put in our 12 volt, and then it lowers it down to 5. So this is just like a module that we'd have to use for each one of our battery packs. You kind of see where we have to like lower our battery. I don't know if they give us a diagram for this. Oh, on the bottom. So we have our 5 volt and then our ground and then our in and output. So this converts everything down to 5 volts of like what we want. Like we want this to be similar down to 5, but we could see if we could find something maybe a little better than this one. If we look, there's a AC/DC. No, that's not what we want. Okay, right here. This is kind of what we want. So where we can change. So this is our like little just converter. So it converts our 12 volt power into 5 volts. So we have it connected to the wires, and then we have those going out, and it's converting them. That's what we want. It's a 15 watt, so we can like use it for like a lot of our stuff, and that's how we would use it. We would just want open wire. That's what we would want. So if we add that to cart, and just theoretically, if we need some others, that's like $200 there. Just so we could simmer everything down. If we look for some wire connectors, because we're also going to use some of those in this, when we use it like this, we're also going to need some. So I'm going to see what we can find here to use, because with this right here, we'll use this. So we could use these, they're lever nuts, so we can connect all our wires together. So we can have them run and connect them. So we'll add that. I think we already added that. We added that, yeah. So that puts us up to a grand total of $269.31. This is everything that's in our cart. A lot of it comes from us having to get a bunch of those camera modules. And from there, I think that's most of the stuff off of our list. We didn't have like the jumper wires. We didn't add the motors on, but those could come at a later time. And I might have some motors that we could use for them. But that's just the baseline of the products that we would need for it, just as a baseline. So that's our baseline right there. So that's just what I'm going to leave it as. It's just a baseline for everything that we would need. And that's a lot. But that's just the base right now. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. Okay. Oh, yeah.